What's going on YouTube? Thomas L here. Since the legendary Robert Duvall could be seen this week in the new heist movie Widows, in Widows he plays the father of Colin Farrell's character. Robert Duvall, he's been around for decades. I mean, he's a legend. He's been doing the movies and been in movies for years to come. So I decided to do my 10 favorite Robert Duvall movies because he's been in a lot. He's a legend, so 10 favorite Robert Duvall movies. Coming in at number 10 will be the 2003 film, which is a really cute little film. It starred Haley Joel Osment along with Duvall and Michael Caine. Now, in the film, Haley Joel Osment's character's mother, who is very irresponsible, sends her son to, Texas to live with her. To live with the kid's uncles, played by Caine and Duvall. It's a really good movie. It's really cute, charming. Haley Joel Osment was really amazing. Duvall was, of course, always. I mean, he's Duvall. He's always good. Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't had a chance to see Secondhand Lion yet, give it a go. I think you'll probably enjoy it. All right. Coming in at number 9 will be the 1993 film Falling Down, which starred Michael Douglas along with Duvall. Also had Barbara Hershey in this. D.W. Moffat way before Switch at Birth. Lois Smith. Pretty solid cast. I mean, it's about an unemployed defense worker who's frustrated with the various flaws he sees in society. So he begins to violently lash out against Schumacher. It's a really intense film. I always thought Douglas was amazing. Duvall was pretty good in his parts. It's an amazing movie. If you guys haven't seen Falling Down yet, check it out. It's really good. Especially if you always on the fence of Joe Schumacher's work, because he did Batman Robin, but he actually did some really solid stuff too. So, and Falling Down is one of them. All right, coming in at number 8 will be the film The Judge. Now, this was released in 2014 and starred the likes of Robert Downey Jr. Duvall was, of course, in this. Billy Bob Thornton, who worked with Robert Duvall quite a lot before. Now, Robert Duvall plays a judge who's suspected of murder. So, the lawyer. So his lawyer's son, played by Robert Downey Jr., tries to discover the truth behind the murders. It's really good. Besides Downey Jr. and Duvall, you also had Doran Vera Farmiga was in this. Vincent D'Onofrio, Dax Shepard, Lathan Meester, David Cromhouse, really solid cast. I gotta say, this movie is completely underrated. It didn't really do a whole lot when it got released back in 2014, but it's actually really solid. Sadly, it's something that when Robert Downey Jr. is in a movie that's not named Iron Man, some of his films don't really do all that well, and Judge is definitely one of them. But, it's always nice to see. I mean, even though I love Downey Jr. as Iron Man, it's always nice to see Downey Jr. take on, a different role where he's not having a suit on him. Because Downey Jr. was incredible in this. And Robert Duvall was, of course, amazing. I mean, he scored an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor for this, and it's well deserving. If you guys still haven't had a chance to check out The Judge, Give it a go. It has some amazing dialogue. It was such a good little movie. All right, coming in at number 7 will be the film Deep Impact, which starred the likes of Morgan Freeman, Elijah Wood, Taylor Leone was in this. Deep Impact was really good. I recently put out my 10 favorite Morgan Freeman movies, and Deep Impact was also on that list. It's a really good 90s disaster film, and the 90s was notorious for disaster movies. And Deep Impact was, of course, one of them. It's a really good movie. Duvall was pretty good in his parts. It's a pretty good disaster film worth checking out. I mean, if you guys haven't seen Deep Impact, it's pretty good. Not great, but good. All right, coming in at number 6 will be Days of Thunder. I mean, Days of Thunder is awesome. It's directed by the late, great Tony Scott. Man, I miss that guy. Days of Thunder is such a good one. I always used to call it Top Gun, but with car racing instead of planes. That's why I always called this movie. I mean, it starred Tom Cruise. Nicole Kidman was in this. Such a good movie. It got released in early 90s. I believe 90s. And I think it's a film that still holds up today. It's pretty good. If you guys haven't seen Days of Thunder, Duvall was pretty good in it. Cruise was awesome. Thunder will be True Grit, which of course the original True Grit. The original starred John Wayne, and it was released in. Oh yeah, it was released in 1969, and I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite John Wayne movies as well. It's actually one of my favorite Western movies too. It's a really good one. I mean, you have John Wayne, Glenn Campbell, Kim Darby was in this, and of course it was remade, years later with Jeff Bridges, and Barry Pepper actually played the Robert Duvall role in the remake. True Grit is the original True Grit is fantastic. Even though I admit the remake a little more, the original True Grit is still really good. I mean, Kim Darby was really amazing, good, such a fantastic movie. If you guys haven't seen the original True Grit, check it out. It's a really good Western. Coming in at number 4 would be the Dennis Hopper directed film Colors. Now, this film paired Robert Duvall with Sean Penn. That was an interesting combo. It's a really good buddy cop film. It's a gritty cop film. Dennis Hopper directed this pretty well. I mean, Duvall and Sean Penn had pretty good chemistry with one another. I can't really recall if they ever done anything else after this, but together. I mean, but if you guys haven't seen Colors, give it a go. It got released in 1988. The movie doesn't hold up or anything, but it's a pretty still good 80s gritty crime film worth checking out. Coming in at number 3 will be To Kill a Mockingbird. Boy, Rob Duvall had a thing with courtroom films. First, he did The Judge, and of course, he did To Kill a Mockingbird first. But To Kill a Mockingbird, I mean, it's of course one of the greatest movies of all time. Gregory Peck as Addis Fetch is always amazing. Duvall was pretty good in his parts. I mean, he didn't have a much to do here, but the stuff he was in was pretty good. Gregory Peck was, of course, amazing. This is definitely a really good courtroom film, and yeah, I mean, for every reason, if you guys still haven't seen the To Kill a Mockingbird movie, check it out. It's really good, and of course, it's based on a literary, classic novel. All right, coming in at number 2 will be the war classic Apocalypse Now. I mean, Robert Duvall was amazing in this. It was directed by Francis Ford Coppola, who, of course, directed Duvall in another classic, which I'm going to talk about later on. And also starred the likes of Marlon Brando. Lawrence Fishburne was in this. It's a really good war film. I mean, it's really intense. I mean, this is seriously a movie I cannot watch over and over. I mean, I could just watch Apocalypse Now just once, and that's it. This is seriously a movie I cannot watch over and over again. For one, it is pretty long, and two, it's intense to watch, and I mean intense. I mean, if you guys still haven't seen Apocalypse Now, it's a really good one. It's a war classic now. Francis Ford Coppola, of course, did an amazing job at directing. I miss Francis Ford Coppola doing movies. I mean, I kind of hope he makes a comeback, but we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I mean, Apocalypse Now it's a wall classic. If you guys still haven't seen it for whatever reason, check it out. It's really good. All right, coming in at number 1 for my 10 favorite Robert Duvall movies. It's a no shocker. Number 1 is Godfather. I mean, The Godfather is of course one of the greatest motion pictures of all time. I mean, it's one of Robert Duvall's best. It's one of Al Pacino's best. It's one of Marlon Brando's best. It's of course one of James Caan's best, and of course it's one of Francis Ford Coppola's best films. It's amazing. I mean, come on, the Corleone family, classic mafia family. I simply love The Godfather. I'll watch it once in a while when it's on. It's really good. I mean, it's a 70s classic. Duvall was good in his parts as, the Godfather. Yeah. And Godfather 2 was pretty good too. That's actually my honorable mention list, but yeah, the original Godfather, it's iconic, It's an iconic mafia film. It has supporting cast around Marlon Brando was amazing. And I mean, the makeup they used for Marlon Brando was incredible. I mean, yeah, if anyone still have not had a chance to watch The Godfather, check it out. And if you watch The Godfather for the first time, I envy you, by the way. I mean, I saw that for the first time when I was a child, and I'll still watch it occasionally when it's on. It's really good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my 10 favorite Duvall movies. Let me do the honorable mention. Let me do the rundown. My bad. All right. 10, Secondhand Lions. 9, Falling Down. 8, The Judge. 7, Deep Impact. 6, Days of Thunder. 5, True Grit. 4, Colors. 3, To Kill Mockingbird. 2, Apocalypse Now. 1, The Godfather. Now, he's been in loads of other stuff. I mean, the guy's been around for decades. He worked with Billy Bob Thornton on Sling Blade. That's a really good one. Jack Reacher he was in with Tom Cruise. Open Range. The Apostle, another Western. Godfather 2. Bullet with Steve McQueen he was in. Gone in 60 Seconds with Nick Cage. Crazy Heart he was in. We Own the Night's a good one. Tax 1138's not great, but it's okay one. John Q. The Natural. But yeah, let me leave it to you guys. What are your favorite Robert Duvall movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.